on to Minnesota and Buffalo, and this is a crazy one. We don't even know if Josh Allen's going to play, so things could be a lot different by the time this game starts from what we know now, But it's a rough matchup for Kirk Cousins. It sucks you have Lamar, and this is your 1 week to start Lamar, and he's got to play Buffalo's defense, but I think you could
Yeah, I
do
could have
worse.
figured that out going into it. I held them all season.
Yeah.
I could have probably figured out a better option.
You could do worse, though, honestly.
Yeah, and if something were to happen to Lamar, he would have been fine. Like he would have been one of the premier quarterbacks to have. But ending up
Yeah.
not needing him against Buffalo here is pretty rough.
Josh Allen, I mean, if he plays, you play him, right? I mean,
Yeah,
how do you get
you
away
have
from
to.
him? Like, there's no way. Man, it's going to be rough. And it just affects everything all the way down the line in Buffalo, too. Besides Stephon Diggs, without Josh Allen, besides Stephon Diggs, do you want to start any player on the Bills offense?
Maybe Devin Singletary.
They will probably run the ball.
Josh Allen doesn't play. I'm not really sure.
How about Gabe
Who is their
Davis?
backup quarterback? Case Keenum. I forgot.
It's the Browns' old backup quarterback.
Yeah, so they might throw the ball still. Case is a
Serviceable backup, yeah.
is
I
it
don't.
Dalvin Cook?
I would get away from Gabe Davis and Isaiah McKenzie for sure, though. And Dawson
Oh yeah,
Knox if
with
I
no
could.
Josh Allen. Yep.
100%. Yeah, but Delvin Cook, pretty much an auto start, I'd say, yeah. Same with
Yeah,
Jefferson.
it's a lot. Yep.
So the question is Adam Thielen. What are you doing with Adam Thielen? He's wide receiver 34 on the year. He's played better lately, ish. He's no Tyler Lockett.
Yeah, it's a rough matchup too.
I'd get
Flex
away from him
him,
if I
but
could. Yeah.
it's uncomfortable to flex him. But
I like Hawk this week. Sign me up for
oh,
some Hawk.
absolutely, I like Hawk more than Thielen by a
Oh,
decent
yeah.
amount.
I would start Hawk in my flex over Thielen.
Yes.
100%. All right, and I think that's about all for that one. So now we are on to Detroit and Chicago. Barn Burner Supreme. It's actually a pretty fun game for fantasy, though. Justin Fields has been so much fun. I think Jared Goff is a good streaming quarterback. I mean, Jared Goff or Kirk Cousins this week, it's a toss-up almost, honestly, for me. And obviously
Yeah,
Justin Fields is a must-start. So
Justin Fields obviously breaking the NFL rushing record.
yeah, quarterback
He's
7 on the
just
year. He's got Detroit, Atlanta, and the Jets next 3 games.
yeah, he just showed what his ceiling is. He showed a lot. I
I
knew he
love
had
it.
a high ceiling. I knew he wasn't just gonna be trash for fantasy. Everyone's just so fast on giving, and then he runs for 178 yards, and people are like, "Is Justin Fields the best dynasty quarterback?" It's like, holy fuck, people. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, he's probably not the best dynasty quarterback, but he's still a very good young quarterback
He's still
who,
top 10 dynasty quarterback for me, just like he was before he scored 50, and I traded for him in all my leagues I'm rebuilding in, like that's what I
yeah,
do.
it's just pretty funny to watch the narrative switch right in front of my eyes.
That happens so much though. But yeah, the big question of this game is going to be the running backs on both sides, honestly. What's going on with DeAndre Swift and what's going on with whatever Chicago is doing? Cuz
Oof.
I don't
I mean,
know.
those are the hard questions. I don't think anyone has the answers to them.
I'd start DeAndre Swift this
Not
week.
even Dan Campbell. Yeah, I am starting DeAndre Swift. He's not on the injury report, which is kind of odd. He's been on it this whole season. Said he couldn't say that he was going to be 100%. He's off of it. Yeah, lock him in and just hope.
Me too. And on the other side, I think you just keep starting Montgomery until something changes. And in this matchup, you have to start the running back for both these teams. It just sucks you don't exactly know who it might be.
Yeah, you're taking a gamble starting Herbert. If
100%. Because he only plays 30%, 40% of snaps. Unless Montgomery's
Montgomery
hurt.
gets his 15 carries every week, basically.
And he will
So he'll
get
keep getting his.
touches. You could do worse than Herbert. But last week, 7 carries is about as bad as it gets for him. So, it's rough.
You're going up against Detroit, though.
Yep. And then the receiving situation is looking up for Chicago, at least, with the way Fields has been playing. Darnell Mooney, I feel like it's a start, especially. But what about Claypool? How you feeling about him this week?
Claypool is interesting.
Mm,
With Fields looking better, with Mooney looking better, I think he's just gonna step right in once he learns the system, and
yeah,
I think he's gonna help them both. I don't know if I'm ready for it this week
want to see it first. Yeah, me too.
because he only played 35% of snaps last week. I know it was his first week there. Now they're playing Detroit, but if I knew he was going to be out there 75, 80% of the time, I would definitely consider it, but we just don't know that.
So Amon-Ra St. Brown, Darnell Mooney you start, and everyone else you bench. So how are we feeling
Yes,
with
sir.
that? And I think with the what about I guess Cole Kmet, he did have 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns the past 2 weeks, 22 fantasy points last week. I mean, against Detroit, you could probably do worse than Cole Kmet, or
Yeah, now that you mentioned that name, I might have to check our waivers because Cole Kmet might be a better option than a Foster Moreau.
maybe. I mean, we'll get to that.
I was just thinking of my,
Your Buttheads team.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel it.
like I have Kirk Cousins going for Lamar. I also have Andrews out.
Rough road, man.
We will figure it out though. But Cole Kmet, yeah, I wasn't really thinking of him, but he has had some targets, a couple decent weeks.
Justin Fields, man. Rising tides lifts all boats. And Cole Kmet's rising. But we get to talk about your boy now, dude. Your new boy. You just traded for Travis Etienne. He is popping off. 28
Yes,
carries,
sir. I'm
24 carries the past 2 weeks, and he's got Kansas City this week, so pretty good.
yeah. I bet you he's going to continue the trend.
Oh yeah, 25 plus touches, 100%.
And then coming out of bye week, it's looking pretty nice for him.
Baltimore, Detroit, Tennessee. Yeah, I'd say so. Houston, Tennessee. Yeah, the Jets. He's got a
Yeah,
very,
he's
very, very fat schedule. Yeah.
emerged as an insta start
Oh
auto
yeah.
lock running back. Like,
Possible league winner, like legitimately.
yeah,
I like both the quarterbacks in this game too. I would stay away from all the running backs on the Chiefs though, for sure.
yeah.
What's up with your
I've
boy
been screaming
CEH?
about CEH all season, but I
I've
think
been
you're
trying to
finally,
tell you, man.
I think you're wearing down on me, or maybe
17%
he's
snaps
wearing down
last
on me.
week. Oh, it's disgusting. It makes me sick to my stomach. Jerick McKinnon, 62% snaps last week. 8 targets for McKinnon last week, dude. And he got 10 fantasy points. Now, the thing is, McKinnon's questionable, so if he doesn't play, possibly CEH gets those targets, or, you know?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, stay away from
Maybe
him.
CEH just sucks.
Mm-hmm. How about Juju? Feeling good about Juju going forward, or
Yeah, going from CH being not efficient at all to Juju, who's been probably the most efficient player
he's a target
on
machine?
their team, especially in the last few
He's
weeks.
so consistent. But yeah, he's wide receiver 22 in PPR, so I mean, against Jacksonville, I don't see how you get away from him.
Yeah, he's probably the
Kirk
best
is a good
receiver in
start
this
too.
game.
Kirk and Juju are both good starts this week, and I think that's about it. I mean, it's good matchups on both ends, and I want to say start Kadarius Toney, but I just don't. With McCole Hardman out, you just don't know. It's like you were saying about who was the last player. Oh, Chase
Chase
Claypool.
Claypool.
Yep, same thing, man. That's how I
Yep.
feel with Kadarius Toney. I want to start him so bad. It's the same kind of situation. No McCole Hardman. It's like a perfect situation.
He's definitely giving me the Chase Claypool vibes. You
Yep,
see it,
you
it'll
could
be
feel it.
nice.
You could see it happening, but you don't want to bet
Hmm.
on it. And then Kelsey's an auto start, and Evan Ingram is if you're desperate and you're on a bye or an injury or whatever, he's a pretty good start. You wish you had him in bot heads. Let's just put it that
I
way.
would, yeah, I would slam him in my lineup right
Now
now.
we get to talk about our crappy Cleveland Browns. The 3-5 Cleveland Browns playing the Dolphins. Jacoby Brissett, nah. Tua, yeah. Nick
Easy.
Chubb's easy start, and now the questions come in. Kareem Hunt, Raheem Mostert, and Jeff Wilson. What are we doing with these running backs, man?
Shit. I really don't know. With Kareem Hunt, I'm looking at his stats. He's done better in fantasy than I thought he has this season. But man, you don't feel comfortable starting him. And
No.
a couple weeks ago, I would say Raheem Mostert's looking great, but Jeff Wilson comes over there in one game and takes a 50% snap share.
And they were both good, kind of, and you just don't know. You don't know. I think Jeff Wilson is a better running back. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, I think he could take Mostert's job like
Me too.
tomorrow.
In Jersey League, I have Jeff Wilson and Mostert, and I think I'm starting Jeff Wilson. Running back whisperer, baby. Probably gonna be so wrong.
I'm
Don't.
gonna actually slot him in and listen to you.
Oh no! Don't do it. I have no confidence in that prediction, literally at all. Just to let you all know. So,
It would not surprise me
yeah, I
another
would. Who would you
16
start?
point
Kareem Hunt or Jeff Wilson?
game. Jeff Wilson.
Me too. I think Jeff Wilson's the second best
I'm
running
like
back in this
upside
game.
alone. I know Kareem Hunt's ceiling. I know
He's
his
got a
floor is
nice
like the same
floor.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. But Wilson could score 20 something points next
Wilson
week.
got
I don't
that
think
ceiling. So does
Kareem Hunt's going
Mostert.
to do that.
Mostert has the
Yes.
ceiling too, but I don't know. I'd rather start Wilson.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Having seen Mostert do it makes me more confident in Wilson doing it on that team.
agreed.
Like Mostert's
I
had
mean,
20 points
we
a
basically
couple different
seen
times.
Wilson do it in his first week
Yeah.
with 49%
Yep.
snaps, 9 carries, and 3 targets. He scored
That's what kind
16
of puts
points, you
him
know.
over the edge for me.
And in the same game, Mostert scores a touchdown and scores 9 points. He's 9 carries. So, yeah. Give me Jeff Wilson.
It's going to be interesting. But I will take Jeff Wilson all day over Raheem Mostert.
I think Amari, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle are pretty obvious, yeah. So the real questions are DPJ and the tight ends in this game. How you feeling about them? Because I think DPJ is fringe flexible at
Yeah,
this point.
DPJ, 3 double-digit games in a row. I mean, going back to week 4, he scored 12, 9, 11, 10, and 12. So you'll take that in your flex spot if you need
If
a
you're
player
desperate,
like
yeah.
DPJ.
You don't love it, but you
And I
take them.
don't know that we will be trailing the Dolphins, but I would assume.
We will more than likely be trailing the Dolphins, yes.
So that does open up some DPJ targets.
About Harrison
Not really
Bryant with
interested
no
in the tight
Njoku?
ends.
Yeah, me either, honestly. He hasn't done shit without Njoku. Got no reason to believe that he will, and you know how I feel about Mike Gesicki. So let's just move on to Houston and the Giants, huh?